All right, bestie, we've got a lot of shit to talk about today. Hi, guys. I hope you have had a great October. I didn't really get to see you much because hell broke loose in October. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the worst month I've had as far as content creating. As you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be going through all the books that I read in September and October. I actually did read, despite me not making videos. I was reading. Not so much in October. Maybe I read more than I thought. I feel like I'm being a little harsh on myself. Just a little life update for you guys. First of all, I made a purchase like literally a couple minutes ago. I'm so excited. By the time I film my next video, it should be here already. And I am obsessed now with watching fucking blind box and blind bag videos. I'm itching to buy some. Please tell me no. Just be like, Gigi, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Build your library first, bitch. Like, the fuck? Kindle Unlimited is great and all, but like, hello, the aesthetic? You need it. So stop buying other shit you don't need. I mean, I don't really need a library either, but I want it. Let's start off with September. Oh my god, that shit pisses me off so much. I put it in my bag and I guess I had crackers or something and it's like stuck in there. I tried, guys. I literally took an earring and was trying to scrape it off. It's not working. I do have another mic, but this mic plugs into a computer. Also, one more thing, and I swear to God we're gonna get to the books, but I do have a shirt on. I have a tube top on, just letting you know. I'm not sitting here in front of you guys butt ass naked, okay? I just don't feel like we're that close yet. Maybe one day, bestie, maybe one day. First book of September was Little Stranger, and this book, I did like it. I liked it a lot. I think it was too short. A lot of people like to feel some type of way about it because they're siblings or whatever. They're foster siblings, guys. I almost feel like I want to bring it down to 3 stars. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. But I'm thinking about the plot now and I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, why are we randomly showing up with our friends in masks? I just feel like it really has no relevance to the story. And then the whole like Halloween thing. Why Halloween? Is it because of the mask? Because I really feel like you could have just broken it. I mean, the amount of times I feel like this is a spoiler, but yeah, whatever. The amount of times you did break into her house, Malachi, you really could have just snatched her ass up right there. Like, why wait? You know what I'm saying? But you know, you have your reasons. You do you, boo. The next book that I read in September was Praise by Sarah Kate. And I love Sarah Kate, first of all. I just want to say that. But as much as I loved this book while I was reading it, to tell you that I remember a fucking thing would be a lie. I remember that this is like, this girl was like living with her boyfriend. The beginning of the story starts off, they're already like moving out and not together anymore. The main character, I don't fucking remember her name. She is fighting her boyfriend over that security deposit, baby, okay? Her ex was like, it went to my father, and they don't talk anymore for reasons that we'll find out later. So he's like, look, you want the money back, you go fucking get it, bitch. I'll write you the address. Sayonara. So she goes, but here's the thing. Ex-boyfriend's daddy runs this service, this app. I don't fucking know how to explain it, but soon to be club, currently an app for kinks, okay? And he is waiting for someone to show up for him. So when she shows up, he like confuses her for the woman that he's waiting for and tells her to get on her knees. And it was so funny. Very awkward first encounter for sure. She does listen though. I feel like I would listen too. Come on, Emerson. And this is when we start our Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. Okay, that is also still in September, at least for these 3. If you have not seen my reading vlog on it, you really should. It's a wild journey. No spoilers if you haven't read it yet. First one was God of Malice, and I rated it 3 stars. To be honest, I can't tell you shit about this book. Killian Carson, snooze fest. Glendon, literally no personality. I think I liked her more in the other books where she was just a support character. I cannot tell you shit. The wildest part was the beginning that I definitely do remember. I definitely remember that. Everything else, Not off to a good start. I'm surprised I kept going after that, but I was a woman on a mission. So yeah, on to the next one. God of Pain was the next one I read in September. That is the second book of the Legacy of God series. Chef's Kiss, like this book, oh my god, so made up for the first one. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I understand that, but Creighton, Creighton speaks to me. Okay, I'm in love with him. Like, I know he's with Annika or whatever. I am plotting on the demise of their relationship, okay? So Annika is a mafia princess. Creighton is just a king. Just a rich dude. Annika has this huge crush on Creighton. Creighton has paid her absolutely no fucking mind. Kind of embarrassing, but we're just whatever. She got it in the end, girl, so I'll give it to her. She pursues him and he's like, look, I don't think you can handle this. And she's like, oh, I can handle it. It can't be that bad. And then turns out like she's kind of scared by the thing that can't be that bad. And he's like, I told you. But then they find out Annika actually likes it. Yeah, that's kind of their whole little story. There's a subplot about Creighton's background. It kind of gets crazy and there is emotional damage for sure. Well, if you're attached to Creighton like I am, there is definitely emotional damage. Needless to say, that was 5 stars. And then we had the third book in the Legacy of God series. Yikes. We hit a peak and then we crashed and burned. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I rated it, holy shit, I rated it worse than the first one. I rated it 2 stars. I think it was the ending, because the ending was super cheap, and I remember thinking, what the hell is this ending? I'm not gonna lie to you, in the beginning of the book, I thought we were going somewhere. I was like, oh, this looks promising. And then Jeremy would talk, and I was like, this just isn't, it's not hitting the way it should. So anyway, this story is about Jeremy he is Annika's brother. Okay, he's a mafia prince, soon to be head of mafia when his father. And Cecily is the mother of the, group of British people. She's the mom of the group, but really, who's going to take care of the mom? Who's going to step up? Well, Jeremy has volunteered as tribute. Cecily's got some traumas to work through. Jeremy could probably give Joe from You a run for his money. He's got some tendencies. Because he's hot, we'll let it slide. But it's very red flag behavior. Now we're back to Salacious Players Club, which we're nearing the end of September here. The second book was Eyes on Me, and that's following Garrett, who is Emerson's best friend, and his stepsister, which, if I could remember her name, I would tell you. Mia. Her name is Mia. See, I told you, I know names. Garrett is co-founder of Emerson's little whatever. By the end of the first book, we have a physical club. Garrett's been working himself dry for the past 10 fucking years. Yes, he has been celibate for 10 fucking years. So one day he just hops online because he is I don't know if I'm going to say this right, voyeur. A voyeur. He likes to look at people do it. He thought, what better app to do that on while I'm drinking than cam girl websites? While he's scrolling through, he happens to see none other than his annoying stepsister. Yeah. And he's like, so yeah, I should click off. I should click away. I shouldn't be here. But he stays. And not only does he stay, but he requests a private chat, a private performance. Mia obliges, and one thing leads to another. Mia's left in the dark, by the way. She does not know that this is Garrett. I rated this one also 4 stars. Jesus Christ, we are still in September. I didn't realize I read so many books in September, but yeah. Next one is God of Ruin, which is Landon's book. And surprise, surprise, after all the shit I talked about Landon, 5 star. God of Ruin, Legacy of God series, in one of my reading blogs. Go check it out right now. Not right now. Finish this video, then go check it out. So this is Landon and also Mia. Different Mia, but also Mia. Mia is the sister of Nikolai, who is one of our favorites, okay? We love Nikolai. There's revenge that Mia seeks on her brother's behalf because something that happened in Creighton's book led to Nikolai getting hurt. Mia was not about to have it. She's like, Landon, you're dead. You're dead. Landon just started to have this obsession with Mia. Something happened, but I'm not gonna fucking tell you what it was. But yeah, he became obsessed. Mia tried to hold out, you know, but eventually he got into that cold, cold heart and engraved his name on it. The ending was a little wild. I don't know if I really liked who the villain turned out to be. Weird, but I liked everything else in the book enough, so I gave it 5 stars. Next, I read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I thoroughly enjoyed this book, as I do with many of Penelope Douglas's works. That was so hard to say. I rated it 5 stars. It's not necessarily earth-shattering, groundbreaking, but it leaves you with a good feeling in your heart. There was a lot of drama, and there was a lot of cringe. We love Pike. Pike is love. Pike is life. I love his name, Pike. Like, isn't that just so... He deserves 5 stars. I just feel like if I knew him in real life, I'd fall in love with Pike. It's Jordan's birthday, and he meets this guy. She's out by herself on her birthday, thanks to her piece of shit boyfriend. Then we find out this man that she met at said movie theater where she's celebrating her birthday, he's the father of her piece of shit boyfriend. They end up having to live with Pike. Yeah, I know. And Pike sees all things that are just wrong with their relationship. Lots of sexual tension between father and girlfriend of son. And then, very end of September, Court of Thorns and Roses. It was read. It was devoured. It was enjoyed. I can genuinely say I have not read a better book this year. There's still, like, what, 2 months? I don't know. It's tough competition out here. I rated it 5 stars. I knew from the moment I read the first fucking page, guys, I was going to be in love with it. There's just something about, hear me out. I like all different types of writing styles. Well, not all of them, but I like a lot of different writing styles. You know, I don't discriminate, but oh my God, Sarah's writing style was so, I can't even put it into words. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This woman can write. And I was enthralled, okay? I appreciated it so much. While other books will sit here and tell you, he smirked at me and hinted at being able to spread my legs with just one look. So I flipped him off, or I gave him the bird, or I stuck up both my middle fingers. That's like something you would read in any of these other books that I mentioned. But no. In SJM world, you cannot say middle finger. We don't say that. We don't say flipping off the bird. We say vulgar gesture. I love that. The amount of times that was said, oh my God, it killed me. And I was like, yes, very cutesy, very demure. Honestly, I'm going to probably start saying that from now on. In case you haven't read this book, if you're just looking for a good book, please stick it through, because yes, the beginning, it might drag, but it is so good. Oh my God. Once you get into it, that's it. It is, oh my God. I can't. And especially the second book. Well, we haven't even gotten there yet. Sorry. Okay, A Court of Thorns and Roses. The ending, Under the Mountain. You don't even know what that means. But bitch, it crazy, wild. Feyre, I love her. Feyre is a human. These humans live side by side with fairies, but there's a wall separating them because a long time ago, humans were fairies' slaves. Yes, war happened and the wall was put up. They're separated now. But fairies have always been able to come through and attack, vice versa. There's this whole thing, 2 different sides of the story, right? Okay, Feyre is out in the woods because her family can't do shit for themselves. They're piss poor. So obviously Pharaoh's got to go out and hunt or everybody's going to fucking starve. She goes out and she shoots a wolf. Only guess what? Bitch, it wasn't a wolf. It was a fairy who looked like a wolf. So, someone from the other side. Okay, the fae side. I think I've been saying fairy, and I think it's fae, but whatever. You get what I'm saying, okay? They come to retrieve her because it's like, bitch, hello. You killed my friend, so you're going to die or you're going to come with me. So she ends up going back into the Fae realm called Prithian. So now we follow the journey of Feyre kind of growing accustomed to her new home. Tons of monsters, tons of different characters that we meet along the way, and it's just so fun. Finally, we are still at the end of September, but the last book that I read in this series is in the beginning of October. We have Shadow's Kiss, Shadow's Touch, Shadow's Dew by T.M. Hart. And now there is a fourth book. I have not read it yet. I need to get to that. This series was recommended to me by my best friend. It took me so long to get into this book because I was so in my dark romance stage, and she just kept harassing me about it. She was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why have you not read the book I recommended to you? And I was like, well, I'm not there yet. I'm not in that state of mind. So after reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, obviously I was in that state of mind. So I started it, and girl, why didn't I read it a long time ago? So good. To give you a little bit of the plot, I don't really know what to call them, and honestly, I don't think it ever gets any clearer. There's magical beings. This girl wakes up with no memory in the middle of a storm, almost about to die, and this guy senses her and seems to be very upset by what she is. Tries to kill her, but somebody stops him. And he kind of nurses her back to health, but also hates her. I don't know. There's like this whole thing. Anyway, amnesia trope in the beginning. It's super fun to go through this journey and learn with her about who she is, what she does, who the hell saved her, what the hell his deal is, what's going on, why do you hate me so much, hello. There's literally so much I could say, but it would all be spoilers. But it is so good, oh my god. And let me tell you, the last book that I read, the plot twist. First one I rated 4 stars. I really think it had to do with a certain character. The last 2 that I read, right, the second and the third book, 5 stars. And it was definitely because of certain character. There was a lot more going on. Things were making more sense to me. It was a fun time. Next book, God of Fury. We've got Brandon and Nikolai. Again, reading vlogs already up. Y'all know my opinion. I fucking love them. And this is a 5-star book. And I cried and I laughed and I loved. I might have to get a tattoo on my chest that says property of B King. You know, I might have to. The ending, it was good. It was better than a lot of the endings, I'll be honest. The only thing is like, these villains, man, they're a little, me and the villains in Rena Kent's stories, we got beef. They don't do their job right. Definitely worth a read. It's totally worth the hype. Their chemistry is so amazing. Really did not expect the book to go down the way that it did, in a good way. Very good way, okay? Just a shock. I didn't expect it. Then I had to sneak another one in there. I think I was starting to like get into a reading slump from the Legacy of God series. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. It is about a vampire and a werewolf, and they are forced to marry just for peace between their people. Humans are also involved. There's a lot of drama, and there's a lot of tension, and there's a lot of, you're not what I thought you were. I had a good time. I laughed a lot, and I loved the little girl. She was so cute. I actually really like how Ellie made the vampires and werewolves, instead of making them supernatural beings, she made it a biological thing. They're not just like these mythical creatures. It's like, no, vampires are this way because of this chromosome. That's why. It's not because they were bitten. They were born. It's different. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. My phone is running out of storage, so we gotta hurry up. God of War. 10 out of 10. This follows Eva and Eli. They have this enemies to lovers relationship, and there's the amnesia trope. I highly recommend reading this one. Thank God the last 3 in this series were good, because I don't think I could have tolerated anything like the first and the third book. Next, I read Unhinged. It's by Vera Valentine, and it's a story about a door that's in love with his tenant. Wild. Yeah. It's only like 77 pages, so it's definitely a quick read. I think I read it after the Legacy of God series to get out of a fucking slump, and it did the job. I can't even tell you shit, because the minute I tell you something, that's it. I've spoiled the entire book. Adore, in love, and trying to save his tenant also, because there is a very dangerous person on the loose. I rated it 5 stars. I think I was like, it gets to the point, bitch, period. Then I read No Place to Hide, and that one was only like 90 pages. It's by Harper Ashley. This girl goes to this carnival, and basically the entire night is spent with this man that works at the carnival, and they have fun. Yeah. But only for a night. Only for a night. I rated it 3 stars. It was all right. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It served its purpose, but also like I didn't really get the purpose. The spice scenes were pretty good, man. Then I read Butcher and Blackbird, and when I say I read it, I mean I DNF'd it. I think I got to like 34%, and I was like, look, I can't do this anymore. And it wasn't because, you know, like the cannibalism or anything. It wasn't because of that. It was just boring to me. I couldn't get into it. I tried. Kind of glad I didn't buy it. I was really desperate to buy it. I just checked it out on Libby. And then the last 2 in October was A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin. And y'all already know. Both of them were 5 stars. Second book, I definitely loved. Love, 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 love. Third book, I had some beef with it. And you will see on my TikTok, because that's where I'm about to post, the little beef rant that I'm about to go into. But that does not make the story any less amazing. I still rated it 5 stars because I genuinely had a good time. Feyre will forever and always be that bitch. And Reese, whenever you get bored of Feyre, sorry to do you like that, girl, but you know, it's hard to find a man like Reese out here. So that is all for September and October. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want to see more content like this, I'm desperate to get my hands on some makeup and do a book and a beat soon. Make sure you go ahead and follow the rest of my socials, because I will be posting on there other little tidbits, cute little series. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully this month is a better month and we can get some more content out here for you guys. Okay? Have a great rest of your week. Bye bye now.